Welcome back, everyone. Drake Hawkins with you again for some more of this fantastic Warmaids in the Warband Floris expanded mod, and I'm going to take a bit of time here to walk through a few things with you, a bit of a catch-up in episode 19, and describe where we're at, and then we're going to skim through again to continue the progress of getting to back to where we were. So let me cut back into the video here where I record actually what was going on, what I was thinking at the time. Okay, so we've been perusing around and getting some XP and hiring some manhunters, training up our troops, including our Warmaids here, in our progress to try to get back to where we were. I managed to grab this couple hunters. I thought it was funny that they were available in a town there, and so I grabbed a couple of them. I guess you can get them from any town, so let's look at our character here. Hanakalia, 15 strength, 9 agility, 12 intellect, and 9 charisma. She's got the 5 in power strike, 4 training, 4 tactics, 4 prisoner, and 4 leadership. The 4 for the prisoner, some of it's coming from the number of slave drivers and whatnot that we have. Actually, we got a few points to put in here. I think we'll keep putting it into... Oh no, let's reset that. Let's keep putting it into crossbow. So my one-handed is training as I'm fighting with one-handed, two-handed is training during tournaments, pole arms are training as I'm jousting in battles, and so we'll keep boosting the crossbow until it's a reasonable level. Checking out the map, we're actually sitting in Nord territory. We've been hunting some, what are they called, sea raiders as of late. Just started hunting the sea raiders. They are at war with the Swadians, and they've taken Praven. That happened a while ago, and it still seems to be held by them. The Principality of the Vagars have recently declared a war. I don't remember which one. We'll have a check in that in a second. Looks like nobody else is... well, the Rodoks have taken Uxkarl, and the Nords have taken Praven, so Swadia is getting its butt kicked, as is fairly normal in this version of the game. They just start out, I mean, completely centralized and at threats from everybody, physically bordering everybody except for, if you count this as not quite bordering the Saranid Sultanate. Otherwise, they're in a pretty lousy spot to try to, you know, solo the world. So aside from that, let's check what we have for inventory. I'm running the Battered Great Red Helmet. It's a 51 headpiece. It's pretty expensive. Scale mittens of 4. The Vagar Green lamellar armor, 3911. It's strength 10, not bad. 20 for the boots. We still got our Tempered Crusader longsword, 3735. That does quite good. The other weapon we tend to wield a lot in melee is this sleek hammer, very fast hammer. Speed rating to 93 is pretty good. Short reach, but it does good knockouts. We have a reinforced old kite still. I just haven't upgraded it. We probably could. And the bent jousting lance. I'd like to get a better jousting lance. It's a really, really lame one, but it knocks them out. It's blunt damage versus our notably better great lance, which does piercing damage. So yeah, and I've got the strongbow and some Imperial arrows, large bag of Imperial arrows actually sitting around. Now this should probably not sit there. I can get rid of that anytime soon. It's just one of the ones from like beating up a dude in a village or something, or not a village, a belligerent person in a bar beats you up and the barkeep says, hey, have the sword. The Brown Vagar horse here is 20, 40, 40, and 8. He's still okay, but he's real slow for the jousting. I need a horse that's in the high 40s to 50s for jousting would be great. A charge wouldn't be bad on him either. He's got 8 charge. He's got decent armor, so he doesn't go down instantly, but he's just a tough horse. So that's our gear. What are we at? We have no missions at the moment. Let's check the sovereign relations just to give you an update right now. Swadians are a little low on the centers. They're getting a bit beat up, and their caravans thus are beat up as well. They've only got 3 of them. 5 imprisoned lords and 15 rolling in the hills. They're all pretty indifferent to us as far as, pardon me, as far as relations goes. The Nords and Swadians are still at war. The Principality of the Vagars are at war with the Rodoks. Right, that's what that was. Knew there was another war. And Saranids are at war with the Republic as well. So the Republic of Rodok Republic is the only one in a double war right now, so we'll see how they fare with it. Let's see. Financial report is a big deal. I forgot about the debts, so we've cranked up a whole bunch of debt owing 8,400 in the 2 spots. Totally forgot about them from the beginning, so we got to go take care of that. Our force limit's sitting at 70, which we're actually capped at right now. Charisma's only 9, Renown's only 9, so we got to boost those. It's still going to be a while before we get back to kind of the position we were at before. Our champions are mostly still walking, and I haven't gone ahead and gotten them horses yet, because kind of like their longevity and the amount of experience they're getting by getting in those fights. They're not always knocked out. We will be getting Clethy a riding skill though soon, and I'm going to keep boosting them in the strength. I want to get them to the 12s and 15s, so they're really good at doing some fightings. Still early days, still lots to have happen, but yeah. I guess that gives us a summary, and yeah, I'm gonna go back to just rounding around the countryside and killing off bandits and getting some coin, some banditries and deserters, and just keep cashing in until we get their debts paid off and see where things go from there. I might clip in and out here and give you a few clips of some fights at different times and or something of interest, but I'll be back. Okay, so we got ourselves a batch of Sea Raiders here. We're gonna kick butt on here and set up the formation. Let's see how we manage this fight. Giving the Manhunters their position. Cavalry off to the left here. I can't remember, but I think I still have the Horse Archers. Yeah, I still have the Horse Archers, I think, listed in amongst the cavalry. So we bring the Archers up so that they're not super far back. They start getting shots in earlier. And I think I'm going to join the infantry here. I love the cinematic shots with the sunset in the back and everything. Move the Manhunters up a little bit. Everybody just flailing away on this, wasting arrows like mad, basically. Hurling arrows at them. Ah, there we go. Bandit first. Raiders dropped and bandits dropped by archers. And we pull in the, charge the infantry. Oh, the screaming. Charging in the infantry at the same time as getting the, this one timed out very nicely, same time as getting the Manhunters to hit. They just got completely scissored. Nice. Nice, getting a few knockouts there myself as well, which always helps the XP. Whistling for my horse as if it's needed at this point. There we go. Over and done with. Nice. Good match there. 0 casualties for us, and some enemy casualties, a lot of knockouts, 23 of them. Gained a bit of renown as well. Okay, so we got ourselves another Sea Raider fight. I'll show you a second one here. This one has an interesting mess because we started as another one of those starting on a river, and they spawn us literally standing on the river, so I gotta be very quick here with thinking through how I do this. I take way too long to get them started, but pulling the infantry up and the archers into position, and I accidentally did everyone hold this position, and then it just bungled them all up. I got stuck in it. You got to be really quick on some battles because you don't get as much time always to lay things out. And then I've got them so cramped in here with the river, it's less than ideal, we'll say. The archers, look how many we've got now though. And then they get ready to fire. Pulling the infantry over, more focusing on the infantry and the archers at this point. So, hopping on foot and getting into this fight myself. Hopefully. The arrows flying is just mad here. I'm kind of loving it. Then they start hurling axes back at us, which starts to get even less than ideal. And I get myself smacked down a few good hits. But cavalry and the Manhunters don't get in quite as quick as I hoped at the initial swing, but that's probably because they were spending their time running around the outside of the infantry and cavalry. I didn't have them set up to flank super well, but they still just all over them. It's just too many. The infantry get pushed around by the horses, so the horses bump them, jostle them, and then the dudes are smacking their heads off. And if you look, most of our Warmaids are actually knocking things out as well, because they've got these big clubs and balls. And that ends another quick fight. So this is how we're cashing in. you tell them, Hannah. This is how we're cashing in on everything and trying to stock up the funds so we can get better equipment for ourselves and our companions and eventually get ourselves some financial stability for later. How about we go over to Sargoth? It's such a beautiful, peaceful place. We can hang out in the tavern, we can have a nice drink or two and a peaceful... Oh my gosh! Stupid belligerent drunks in every tavern. Die! Such a waste. Oh, better him than me. Never mind. Not a waste. Okay, so we got another fight worth looking at. This is Manhunters against some deserters, and we're joining in on the mess. If you notice, there's a giant yellow triangle on the mini-map there. Yellow and the light blue behind. The yellow would be, I think, our Manhunters, and then the tan blue thing is the Manhunters. They're the ones that are joined with us. We got a few kills already, actually, with our archers just wailing at everything. You just hear the arrows going nuts on them. Infantry to charge, and we're gonna get right in there and start hacking at things, knocking everybody out. Look at the damage here. The shield blocking. Oh my gosh, it's so noisy. Look at the carnage. There's just a super ball of them, and our dudes didn't get in on it. I don't know if I don't think I actually sent the Manhunters into fight, which is really silly. Maybe a few of them? Oh no, they're spread out around the map. They're running after things. Assist goes to horse that then dies. Ooh. Don't back up into a Manhunter with a club. That was a bad idea. Oh, lost the Manhunter to Jacobite, but that may have been one of theirs, not ours. Nice fight. Let's see, do we get any prisoners out of it? I love the absolute bloodstain. I was in so much bashing that I got all bloodstained from that one. A few losses, a few casualties, improved relations with the Manhunters, grabbed a few prisoners, and probably able to re-bolster a few of our troops. Yeah, we can hire enough Manhunters to recharge our numbers here if we want. There we go. Excellent. So that's one type of simple fight. Alright, so riding back to the town, we started in Reveden, and the reason I'm actually heading back there is because we need to pay off some debts. I think it's about 8,400, we'll see it when we get there. Finds out there's actually a tournament going on, which is great. Not the tavern, that's our normal stomping ground. We usually head over there right away. So we got 1,416 dinar from the 4 acres, built up over time. From the 4 acres that we get, I think we get, it says, currently accumulates at 115 dinar per acre every 2 weeks. So that's a decent chunk of change. I'd like to eventually have a lot of those, so we can just kind of pop into a town and grab our coin when we need to. Bit of a bank up system. Just an interest, essentially, for it. So, we got ourselves a tournament here, and see what we can do with that one. I didn't notice this before, but it says 200 dinar put down as a debt, and it says how much money you have at the beginning, or left after you put the money down, which is great. Swing and a miss. Nice. Good hit there. Easy free kills on a few of the ladies, and then we get ourselves oh, nice hit. We get ourselves on a nice horse. Took him out. Did we take him out? Yeah, we did take him and his horse out. That was great. Looks like there's a couple of these bad guys left. That's one down. Oh, and the other one took out our companion. Not our companion, our partner, though. Ow, that hurt. Look at the horse health. Super low. One blue, one green. We got 6 points here. Oh, that could have turned real bad real fast, but he wasn't quick enough because the horse actually stunned him there. 10 points in the first round. That's fantastic. Got a few renown for that as well, and 800 dinar. We got 25.57 in hand after handing in the cash for this one. Oh, this guy, I was gonna say this guy's easy kill, but no, he's totally not, because there we go, we got him though. Nice. Nice block. Takes down the horse, and this is interesting. That was the Chevy. Normally they would be like one-hit wonders, right? They're down instantly. But they're getting to the point where they're taking a couple hits in tournaments, which is fantastic. Once they start becoming serious competitors, that'll help with the training. Ow. Oh, that hurt a lot. He had a serious reach advantage on us there. Okay, so what did we get there? 4 points in that one. Not bad. A few renown points, and I think we did did we make the cash? Doesn't seem that we did. No, we didn't get the cash bonus for that one. Still 14, 11, 6. It's a decent gain on the others. Did we get what? We got Swiftest Cut. Nice. And Dominant Presence as well. Good. Excellent. Next round, though. Let's see what if we can continue the positive pointage here. Okay, continuing our bid for 5 points attempt. We are ranked number 1. 200 dinar on the line. Oh, we didn't win last time, so we ended up losing that 200 bucks. Oh, just got the sword and the poke at him in time to not lose all our money. Get him, yeah. Nice down there. Oh, this is 3 dudes on horses. This could turn very bad very fast. Not quite. Oh, just sidestepped the spear on that one. Finish him! This guy was silly enough to come back at us again. But that took most of that entire battle. Just fighting blue on one side, red on the other. King of the hill time. Ow! Oh, getting run over. Should have stayed on my hill. Took out, hamstrung the horse there. Nice timing. Just getting away with some really good hits in this tournament. Not by pure luck, but starting to get a feel for it, I think. And that was beautiful. I like those jump hits. They really can help out. I think it gets you clear of them. Hey, ya bunga! Boom! Oh, didn't quite finish him. He gets out of range and somebody else finishes him off. Nope, nope. Oh, no! Oh, so close. Just about died. But we got it. 5 kills. Giving us an 8-point battle there, and the 800 dinar, and 4 renown, and a few tournament awards for that match. Sitting rank 1 at 22 points, with 13 being the next closest, and we've achieved level 14. That's fantastic. Didn't notice that happened in this fight. Getting some good slaughter down. It's taking some hits. These guys are taking some serious hits. Aha! You were distracted by my companion. No, I'm the only green left. This is not good. Ah! Oh, my horse! Get! Stop it! You meanie! I'm gonna take down you or your horse or both. Ah! Have at you! Uh-oh. 1 red. What, 3 blues? Don't die, Mr. Red. You must survive. Oh! Man! Oh! Yes! Boya come mipa. You get 2 of them. Get! Oh, no! No! Get him! Block it! Parry! Dodge! Thrust! Or hack in this case. Those spears, they scare me. Rightfully so. Look at the size of that javelin he's throwing out. Oh, that was just a bad timing. The arrow came in that didn't finish us off, but it gave us that stun effect, so my swing stopped. And the guy in front of me ended my fight there. Fiercest Competitor Award, which is nice. So going into the 5th round at 27 points, 15 is the next best competitor. So, out, arrow to the head, taking half my shot out right off the hop. This could turn bad fast. It's at this point where you can actually quickly lose a tournament. Yeah, oh, got myself in too much fight. Too much fight here. Oh, yeah, I should have turned on the infantry, and I took the time to swing at that person on the horse, and that took away his target. And I became his target. So I got nothing points-wise out of that one. Still sitting at 27, closest is 19. Into the final round. Unlikely that they can gain 8 points on me. You'd have to have a 10-point round with me getting less than 2, so it's unlikely. Gonna play it a little safer here. Try to, anyways. Oh, wrong swing. Nope, block. Nope, got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, his buddies are here. Nope. Stop him. Don't stand there and get smacked in the face. Yes. Yes. There. Oh, yes. Saved by my friend. By my non-friend. And then I'm down. I did get the second hit in there, though, I think. Yep. Knocked one dude out. I got knocked out. Yeah, but I got the hit first, so that's 2 points for us. Green is not going to win this. And so that tournament is going to end with me at, what, 31 points. We'll see if somebody can get a bunch, but nobody seems to be dominating the field here. If a red would have to entirely wipe out the blue team single-handedly to take out the lead here. And that would be Drooly, and I don't think he's nearly high enough on the ranking to do it. There he goes. That's the end of the final round for this tournament. I thought this one was a fun one to play in, and I really did quite well tournament-wise. 29 to 19. He wasn't even in the works there, Drooly. And that finishes it off, and we get ourselves a sad reward. A plain round shield and 10 renown. That was as much renown as we get from, I don't know, just beating up some dudes in the field. But we did improve our relations with Rivendell, which did need to improve since we, bashed it to bits. Okay, so we're on our way over to Kudan and looking for some bandits. There's a couple batches of bandits here, so let's go at the right one. And then if you notice on the left side there, the one guy turned back towards us. So he joined the party, so we got 68 of us and 69 of them. At least numbers-wise, this ends up being an even fight. And on into the battle we go. we got our crew as normal. They're lining themselves up. We're going to do a little bit of fiddling with the layout. Tucking in the archers I usually do. Bring them in a little closer. Put the infantry more in front of the tree there. Solid wide flank of cavalry and manhunters. I'm going to go around and give these guys a little bit of a taunt. Obviously riding shield up so we can take the arrow hits. Boom! Got a good couched hit in there. See, some of them, about half of them, turned towards me. A little more than half of them even turned towards me. Managed to slip through that somehow, I don't know how. And then pull a full charge from both sides. Ow. Ow. Horse is almost out of this fight. Poor horse. I'm gonna dismount. Look at those arrows stuck in your butt. Alright. Oh, a slave driver killed. H4 killed. Sad. On second thought, maybe we won't leave the horse. Because by the time I got dismounted, everybody was scattering like mad. It's a nice feature. It's M, I believe, to redraw your horse to you. Oh, missed. Don't hit my horsey. You'll hurt him. I don't want my horsey hurt. You can actually take, you can get, like, your horses can be lamed and stuff. And injured if you take I'm not sure if it's just taking damage from that they can actually eventually get changed stats on them, but I know for sure they can ow, right in the shield. I know for sure they can end up getting severely damaged and actually ruin their stats long term from getting killed too frequently or knocked out in battles. Got a couple good hits there. Starting to do a lot more damage with our one-hander, and it's starting to get quick enough to get the hits that we need. There goes the horse. Horse crippled. Yeah, it says it right there. I didn't even notice that before. Horse crippled. So that is actually a permanent stat. I will probably don't have a look at it right away because I didn't only notice it now in the recording. I know that later on he got severely injured, but Okay, so we got a messenger arrive, and he's actually calling us, the Khan has called us to a tournament, invited us to a tournament to be held in Tulga. So that's one of those high reaction tournaments. You got to get there, or you get a bonus if you, relations if you do go, and you get a really bad bonus, or negative if you don't go. So heading off towards, eventually towards Tulga, but looks like there's a battle going on in Darim, so let's go poke our heads in there and see what's going on. Well, let's not get too close. Apparently 661 Nords kicking the teeth out of Darim. It's definitely about to fall. Less than 100 men left standing to defend it. That would actually drop the Swadians down to 1 city left. So, oops, sucks to be Swadian. Anyways, we're going to leave them to their demise and head off to, eventually to Tulga. So let's head off in that direction now. Let's see, Darim should fall right here. And yep, there it goes. Darim has fallen. That sucks to be Darim. Actually, probably better to be Darim now, because now they're held by somebody who seems to be able to hold their territory. But yeah, usually after a war like that, there's a high risk that they'll fall to someone else. So if, say, the Nords got attacked by someone right now, Darim would be an easy target for them because it had just collapsed. Okay, it's a weekly budget of 13 something. Now, we've come into the inn here in Nara as we stopped on the way, and there's a really, really tasty group of options here. H4 markswomen, and there's a bunch of them. There's a dozen or more of them. So I'm going to go ahead and train up the manhunters that we have ready to train, and those who are not ready to train get disbanded. And then we're going to actually remove, I think, the hunters as well. Yeah, and I think the I2. You're gone too, right? Yes. Disband, yes. Also, before we go, we'll take a look at Clethy, get her trained up here, get her another point in her strength, and she's actually going to need a riding skill. We mentioned that we needed to get that before, so that's a bonus. Boost her archery, because her weapons mastery is a little low in order to be able to get to the next, to go above 100 right now. She can't. Well, she can get above 100, but she can't auto-train above, or manually train above 100. Hannah Kali is getting herself 17 strength, get another point in, I think that was Iron Fist there. And start boosting up the crossbow skill, so thinking for the future when we get into actual castle fights, I like to use a crossbow, or I would like to use a crossbow. I've never been particularly effective with them. Now back into the inn though, we got these H4, and it says me and 12, but we can apparently only afford 12 of them, or we only have space. I think we only have room for 12 of them, so not bad though. 12 new H4s straight off the hop. No need to train them, just, you know, pay for them, which 2,600 or so. That was basically a really good fight. Alright, so we hunted down a few of these steppe bandits, and we got one more good fight in us before the end of this episode. These are a little different. You see, they're already rolling in like crazy. Wasn't paying attention, so I wasn't to the incoming numbers. So I was thinking, you know, we got our time to prepare, but with these guys, you don't. They just roll in on you almost instantaneously. That guy's going to be taken care of here, but if you look at the mini-map, our crews and their crews already spread out all over the place. There we go, we got his horse down, so he's now on foot. Tundra Bandit or Mountain, or not Mountain, what are these guys? The Steppe Bandits. They're definitely less effective on foot than they are on horse. But it's just a totally different match. It's not there's no balling all your cavalry around these guys. They have to one-on-one or 3-on-1 in most cases to beat them. But they spread out like crazy, just like a horse archer would. I think that ends it right there, though. Our infantry and our cavalry, or infantry and our archers still hanging out back there, but the horse did the work for us. We did lose an A3, we lost a C5, which is a little painful, and then a couple other wounded. Captured 16, not terrible, not great. Off to Tulga we go, though, so that's where we're going to put in a cut. We'll continue next episode as we're back in Tulga, and thank you so much for joining me. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll be sure to try to keep you entertained here in the upcoming episodes. But as always, we'll see you in game.